right, so there's no way I want to reorganize all of these answer choices. There has to be a faster way. So looking at this chart that we have here, this graph rather, of the XY coordinate grid, we see that when x is equal to 0, y is equal to something like +2. Now, we don't know if it's exactly +2, but it's around there. And we see that when y is equal to 0, x is equal to +3 or something around +3, but definitely greater than +2. So we're expecting when I plug in a 0 for x, I'm going to get something like +2 for y. Well, if I plug in a 0 for x in this equation, I'm going to end up with -3y equals 6. And that, because we have -3y, if I divide over by -3, I'm going to get -2 out. So this answer choice is already dead, because if I plug in a 0 for x, the y coordinate is not going to be positive. In the second answer choice B, if I plug in a 0 for x, I do get 6 divided by 3 for y, which is equal to 2. So this would stay in. If I look at C, I'm dividing by 2y again. When x is equal to 0, I'm dividing by 2, and that would leave me with 3, which is not what I expected. So C is out as well. When I look at D, if I divide by -3, the -6 on the right-hand side, when x is equal to 0, wiping out the x side again, I'm going to end up with +2, and so this is in play as well. And then finally, looking at E, if I plug in 0 for x and I divide -2 across, I'm going to end up with +3 for y, and that removes E from the equation. So every time, all I'm doing is I'm plugging in 0 for x, and I'm expecting to get a +2 for y. But if you look at what you would need to put in for y to make it equal -6, you would need to put in a +3, and that is why it is not correct, because we're expecting this +2. Now let's look at what is left on the table. We have B and we have D. In answer choice B, if I make y equals 0, then I cross out this side and I have 2x equals 6. And if 2x equals 6, then x equals 3. So that seems spot on. And in answer choice D, if I wipe out the y by making it 0, then I have 2x equals -6, and that would give me x equals -3. So this one gave us x equals +3. This gave us x equals -3. This is incorrect, and that removes D from the equation, meaning answer choice B is our answer. So instead of reorganizing the whole thing, you can just do a thought experiment. If I plug in 0 for x, I will get I'll get the y-intercept. This is when we're neither to the right nor to the left of the origin. So if I make x 0, we're just perfectly up or down on the origin. And that will give us the y-intercept, and then do vice versa to get the x-intercept. Use those 2 points to rule out these formulas because they're all different. So they should give you different intercepts. And that's exactly what we saw here.